From what happens to bacteria in orbit to the crazy-shaped storms on faraway planets, the story of outer space is a roller coaster ride for your mind. It's time to boldly go where no fact videos have gone before, with a list of incredible facts from beyond our world. Here are 5 astonishing facts about outer space. Number 5. The weightless flame. What happens if you light a match in a spaceship? Firstly, don't do it. You may set fire to something and the smell will be terrible. Secondly, the flame won't do what you expect it to. Instead of standing up, it will spread all over the place. Why? It's due to the lack of gravity. Also, fire needs oxygen and there isn't a consistent supply up there. It would be reliant on whatever oxygen was floating around at the time. Number 4. Bacteria in space. Space can be good for bacteria, with a weightless environment encouraging the growth of nasty infections. Astronauts take bacteria into space with them whether they like it or not, and space appears to give the bacteria a boost. It makes it stronger and more resistant to medication, even when the astronauts get back to Earth. Thankfully, this effect is temporary. The good news is that space also seems to help good bacteria, such as Bacillus subfensis. This is thought to have probiotic qualities in some cases. Number 3. Mass effect. The sun is a pretty big ball of heat. But how big? Amazingly, it represents 99.8% of the entire mass of our system. This is because of the way it was formed approximately 4.6 billion years ago. It's made up from a solar nebula, or giant dust and gas cloud, which spun and spun until it went flat and pulled inwards. There was a lot of stuff in that cloud, and the leftovers are what we and our planetary neighbors are made of. Number 2. The blue sunset on Mars. If you were lucky enough to see a sunset on Mars, then you'd get a surprise because of its blue coloring. How come it isn't red, yellow, and orange like on Earth? Well, Mars has fine dust in its atmosphere, which is good news for blue light wavelengths. That light can pass through this type of atmosphere without much trouble. The greater the amount of fine dust, the stronger the blue. Number 1. Io volcano. Jupiter's moon Io is a very turbulent location. No driving lunar rovers or playing golf for any astronauts who may land on it. This is volcano territory. Io literally clenches and unclenches like a fist in response to powerful gravitational and magnetic forces. The volcanoes apparently spew a whole ton of material into the sky every single second. I think I had a pimple like that once. It's no surprise to learn that space is an astonishing place. Even so, some of these stories are completely mind-expanding.